Makes sense. Hopefully they won't be smelling of weed on the way out. Hello? I thought I was... Was I that unfunny that you guys just don't want to...
Yeah, good one.
No, sorry. I just had to...
It was so unfunny. I just made a joke and just silence.
I just had to mute myself to cough up a lung.
I see.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. It triggered all my insecurities that maybe you've been humouring me the entire time. And now the meter has run out of whatever my mother pays you guys to talk to me. And pretend I'm funny.
Yeah, we're just pinging her request.
Just hold
Put
hold
another
on.
50 quid in. He's making a weed joke.
Just hold on a second. Let me check my PayPal. Oh, no, don't worry, Jim. Don't worry.
Oh,
you know, we would
good.
We would never do that. That's me 50 quid richer.
Nick, you were going to tell us about eBay.
Yes, okay. So, like many people, I like to get drunk and browse eBay. Okay.
That's not something I've ever done, to be honest.
Really?
Give it a go. Give it a whirl.
I'm not sure I want to.
Yeah, treat yourself, honestly. Like...
There's nothing I really need.
Well...
Oh, James, that's not the point.
Yeah, it isn't the point. I do not need a 1959 Plymouth Fury or a job lot of 60 Airfix kits or... I don't know. But yeah, like many people, I enjoy getting drunk and browsing eBay. And usually it's usually I've been using it to sort of find bits for my new hyperfixation, which is Airfix kits. Used to build them as a kid. Started building them now as a way to sort of decompress from work. I've got a nice little workstation up on the the mezzanine at work. I can just go up there for an hour on my lunch and just turn a load of plastic parts into an aircraft. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Now my Gmail account is one I very rarely use, but it is the one that is linked to my eBay account. And every time we do this, I get like a 2-week snapshot of what I've been browsing while drunk.
Oh no.
And in amongst all the stuff that you would expect, so the enamel paints and airfix kits and die-cast model cars and stuff like that, there's something here. Recently viewed. Original World War II, Cold War era, Seco-Mac, hand-operated air raid siren and crate.
You were going to buy an air raid siren. Okay. So...
James, this is why you need to get on it.
So here's the thing, what I'm thinking. How much do you dislike your neighbours?
Here's the thing. There is, near Hull, Cold War era bunker, which has been turned into a museum, right?
Okay.
They have one of these sirens, as well as a bigger one, like a really big one.
Okay.
They have to tell the police when they're thinking of operating it.
Oh,
yeah,
because it's illegal to operate one.
Yeah, just so. I don't think it's illegal, but I just think it's just in case somebody rings the police and says, "There's an air raid siren. What do I do?"
So
it's happening again.
So I've always assumed the nuclear option when you have a flatmate is to start doing bagpipe practice at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But Nick, you've invented the counter, the one-up on that.
Yeah, honestly.
It's
not just...
get an air raid siren that's hand operated.
Collection of air raid sirens.
Yeah.
Collection.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, my friends are coming round. We're going to have a late-night air raid siren party. Where we get drunk and operate air raid sirens.
Oh, that sounds like an evening. You know what? Okay. This is definitely too soon in our careers to try this, but Fire Festival started somewhere. Burning Man started somewhere. Let's just get in a field with some air raid sirens.
Oh,
middle
Siren
of nowhere,
Fest.
where no one can get upset. Siren Fest.
Yes.
Just crank out those air raid sirens.
So, you joke, right? But that is something I would genuinely be interested in.
I thought you were going to tell me that was a thing.
No, well, I mean, there's enthusiasts out there for all sorts of stuff. So there is probably, in fact, there's a guy in America who buys and preserves old sirens, like tornado sirens and air raid sirens and all sorts of stuff. So there is probably a market out there for it.
In the true spirit, can we get a load of like pirates and just tie them to a rock or a mast or something in the middle of the
we
field?
need lusty maidens sat on rocks, tempting men to jump
with
onto
air raid
rocks.
sirens going,
Yeah,
or like a crank one,
yeah.
a klaxon.
Oh.
Well, I've also opened my Gmail, and I've got a Quora email right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And one of the questions within that Quora email, I feel it's something we can talk on authoritatively. If someone attacked a British person in the street, how would they defend themselves? They can't shoot them.
Oh, get imaginative.
With our fists.
Yeah, with our fists.
Yeah.
Or our face, or our keys, or
Yeah.
our boots, or our teeth, or the.
We've got a system. Don't worry.
Our razor sharp wit.
We can't shoot you, but we won't go
Yeah.
down easy enough for you to not regret it.
So there's something Americans don't know about the British. Most of us can cast the spell Vicious Mockery, which does 1d4 psychic damage and a disadvantage on wisdom saves for the next turn.
I mean, to be fair,
Which honestly, usually better than a gun.
for all those who can't cast Vicious Mockery, they just carry a knife.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Cowards.
people out there who carry knives.
Mm-hmm. I've got another one here. Let's see if there's anything good. What would happen if I downed a pint of vodka like a shot?
Do it and
You'd
right
throw
back.
up.
If you want to do that, don't. But if you have done that and want to share your experience, why not write in?
Yeah, entitle your email, that time I absolutely tanked a pint of vodka.
Exactly. At thefanshippingforecast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or you can message us on Tumblr, possibly Twitter, don't really check it anymore. But also Instagram, because we're on Instagram now.
Oh, are we?
May as well get that in while we're here. You can follow us at Fanfics and Chill at Instagram, because the shipping forecast was already taken and I couldn't think of a funny variation. So yeah, only started it today, so
Have you done a stalk of who's got our title?
I haven't. It's probably the BBC,
Yeah,
to
it
be
is
fair.
probably the BBC shipping forecast.
Let's have a look. Who is the shipping forecast on Instagram?
I'd laugh if it was an imposter.
If we're being impersonated.
Yeah, an Instabot for a podcast with listeners in the low hundreds.
Hey, we ain't nothing.
Yeah, I know we ain't nothing, but low hundreds is probably a good estimation.
There's a venue in Liverpool called the Shipping Forecast.
There's
There's also a band called the Shipping Forecast. They've got the underscore version.
Do you know what? If we ever get big enough to organise these sort of things, we could have the
Another
shipping
hipster
forecast.
band.
The
Shipping Forecast meetup.
Yeah, the shipping forecast featuring the shipping forecast at the shipping forecast.
There are
And
several
then the
bands.
BBC shows up just like, who are you, hacks?
Oh, hello. There is a shipping There's us on Instagram.
Is there?
Shipping 4 with a 4 and a... Did I set that up and
Did you
forget?
set that right? I'm just going to go on my...
No posts, no followers, no one's following them. Right, I'm going to message them from Fanfics and Chill and ask the important question, are you me? And if I receive an email from somewhere else, then we'll know I fucked up and have set up 2. And I can probably figure out the password if I try hard enough.
The shipping forecast.
4, the number 4.
Is it just shipping forecast?
It's got our logo on it. You'll know it.
Accounts. Here we go.
I'm just going to message them saying, hi. Well, first of all, I'm going to follow them. Then I'm going to message.
Here we go. 3 intrepid half-wits no one asked for venture into the cultural abyss we know as fanfiction. What will they find? Tune in to find out.
That sounds like something you would write, Nick.
I absolutely have not set up a shipping forecast Instagram.
I don't think I...
I have 2 Instagram accounts. One is my own. One is for a charity rally I did like 3 years ago, which I never ever check anymore.
Okay, I've DM'd them. Let's see what happens, I guess. If you run a fan Instagram account of our show, thanks, but can we have it, please?
Just hang on a second. Could it be Holly,
Could be.
our ex-social media manager,
Well, we'll find out.
or Red Ribbon Rights, our current social media manager?
I would appreciate it if they told me, if they did.
Well, yeah, but...
I mean, Holly may have done and just I forgot, but we'll find out. Cool. That's a mystery for another time. Join us next time when we find out who is running our other Instagram account.
Well, nobody, considering there's no posts, no followers.
Yeah, but they've grabbed it.
Oh,
It's possible I did it.
I think you
forgot.
probably... Yeah, I think you probably have.
Yeah.
Maybe it's someone we fucked off and they just went, fuck yeah, you can't have it.
Well, if I get a reply to that message during this episode, I will talk about it. I did have a work story. I'm not sure if I want to tell it on the show.
How about you tell it and then cut it
I'm going
out
to tell it to you
afterwards?
guys, and then, yeah. If it's bad, I won't. It's a teeny bit dark, but... So, I have volunteered myself for something at work.
Okay.
I'm now a well-being champion.
Oh, God.
I know. It's all corporate rainbows and sunshine and trying to motivate people into being happy. I signed up because I figured I'd rather it be someone like me doing it than someone who is like a true believer in rainbows and sunshine.
No,
I figure if it's
honestly,
someone like me, I might be able to do some good with it.
Yeah, honestly, I would... If I was complaining about my job, I would appreciate it if my complaints were acknowledged. Like, yeah, it is a shit job, I understand. We're all in it together.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd want a bitter fuck knowing about my problems.
Problem, it's an opportunity, that sort of thing.
Have you tried going into the office 3 times a day and maybe doing yoga?
Yeah. Taking
That
a
kind
walk,
of, which is
going
what I'm
outside.
not going to say.
Yeah.
Despite that being what all the guidance is telling me I should do. We set up a little forum on Microsoft Teams for those who don't work remotely in a corporate job. Teams is it's a bit like Discord, but corporate.
Yeah.
So we've got our own little Teams server. It's called the Wellbeing server. We put everyone from our department in there, and it was just going to be where you can post jokes and light-hearted things and ask questions that aren't necessarily work-related. Just somewhere fun to have. And we started that on Wednesday, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to post some pictures of the cute cat that keeps visiting my house. I figured that's a great little starting point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a woman at our work. I won't name her, but she...
But you know who you are.
You know who you are. You know what you did. She decided the best thing to post in the well-being section was pictures of all the dead animals her cat has brought in.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So there was just a dead rabbit in the replies. Of yeah, I've got a cat that visits me. Here, look what it brought me. And it's dead mouse, dead rabbit. I think the cat won the fight, lol.
Oh, God.
It was on for one day.
Do they actually have a cat? Or are they
It's a cat that
hater?
brings in dead animals to their house.
Oh, so it's not actually their cat.
No, it's just a random ginger that brings in. Brought a
Okay,
whole
so
dead rabbit.
I feel like you've stumbled across a dog person who hates
Yeah,
cats.
that's the impression I've got.
Yeah.
When we asked her to remove it, her response was just lol.
That's not...
She's the fucking worst.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't go to work to... I mean, the thing is, yeah, I understand that sometimes these well-being things have limited value.
Yeah.
But, I can imagine clocking into it the very first time. It's I'll give it a chance, and then all of a sudden...
Give it a go,
animal
and then...
gore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a dead animal.
I made the case to the other well-being champions that we shouldn't be putting any restrictions on what can and can't be said in there.
Yeah.
Before we started, I was I'm firmly in. This should be an anything goes chat where you can just make any dark jokes you want. And day one,
They pulled you up.
day one, animal gore.
Oh, no.
So yeah, that fucked me off.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
Said, yeah,
Especially
this
at
is
work.
why I can't have nice things.
Oh.
Moving off personal details, we have any other stories we want to tell before we get into Fire Emblem?
I'll be honest. I have very few joyless stories from the past month.
That's fair.
I have very few joyful stories from the past month.
We should add, Nick has not read a fic for this episode. We're not yelling at him for not doing the homework. It's been a hell of a week, several weeks. So, that's okay.
In my defence, I did read a fic. I'm not going to mention it here because I don't want to taint anyone's sort of perception of the author. It was absolutely nothing to do with the author. It's just been a crazy month. Put it that way. Lots of terrible, awful things have been happening, and yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, for the purposes of this episode, I did not read a fic.
I read the fic and it was good. So if any authors out there are wondering and thinking, "Oh, well, maybe it was bad," no. Yeah, just been a shit time.
Yeah, it was good, but I don't feel like I could do it justice. So yeah.
Understood. Especially since you've not played Fire Emblem.
That too.
But maybe you should.
Yeah, maybe I should.
There's a demo on the Switch. Any other bands? We've been told to do more banter. Is there anything else you guys want to say?
No, I don't know. I don't think you can force these things, mate.
No, I know we can't. I just figured, are there any other funny stories? Probably not.
I'm sat here with my grow tent on.
Oh, yeah. We did mention in Fanfics and Chill we'd talk about the grow tent.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, so basically, I can't remember what episode I mentioned it. Probably close to my birthday. So if you go around and listen to the episodes in May, then, it's May, June, it'll probably be on there. But I have this clothes dryer, and it is basically a temporary wardrobe with a fan heater underneath it. One of the consequences of my shit month is that I got behind on the laundry. And I thought, brilliant, I'll do it today. I came home from my girlfriend's, and I thought, right, what I'll do, I will have a spring clean, and I will do my laundry. I forgot to put the first load in to dry, so now I'm sat here with it on, because otherwise I won't have any work shirts for tomorrow.
Makes sense. Hopefully they won't be smelling of weed on the way out. Hello? I thought I was... Was I that unfunny that you guys just don't want to...
Yeah, good one.
No, sorry. I just had to...
It was so unfunny. I just made a joke and just silence.
I just had to mute myself to cough up a lung.
I see.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. It triggered all my insecurities that maybe you've been humouring me the entire time. And now the meter has run out of whatever my mother pays you guys to talk to me. And pretend I'm funny.
Yeah, we're just pinging her request.
Just hold
Put another
on.
50 quid in. He's making a weed joke.
Just hold on a second. Let me check my PayPal. Oh, no, don't worry, Jim. Don't worry. We would never do that. That's me 50 quid richer.
So, we were asked a question, actually.
Okay.
From one of our listeners. Who out of all of you would be game enough to fix a printer?
I've done it loads of times.
Oh, well, okay, there's the answer.
There's the answer. It's Grace.
What do you mean? What? Actually, maybe I need to ask more about the depth of this question.
No, that's all the question was.
Would be game enough to fix a printer.
Yep. Grace, if you go to our Ask Us Anything tab on our Discord, as a reminder to listeners, we have a Discord. You can join us. It's £1 a month.
Yep.
Well, I mean, when it comes to printers, like it's a dark magic. I'm not saying I can get it to work, but I can fucking threaten it and level it with an equal amount of dark energy that it'll obey my commands. Is what I'm saying. I have no mechanical experience. I hit it, I stare at it, I push some buttons, and it relents.
So
my prediction was going to be Grace wouldn't touch it because it's dark magic. I wouldn't touch it because it's dark magic. Despite normally being the tech guy who fixes computers, I refuse to touch a printer. Nick is going to hit it with a hammer until it breaks or works.
So I have a 3-step strategy when it comes to printers. Okay? Number 1, clean the insides.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Number 2, replace the ink cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, accidentally knock the printer off the desk so it smashes to bits and the company has to buy you a new one.
Oh, you're doing it with a work printer, even better.
Yes. That's my 3-step strategy. But yeah, printers, they are Actually, to be fair, I did fix one once. Like, once a printer wasn't working properly and I made it work.
Okay.
And, basically, it wasn't picking paper up. It had stopped picking paper up. And I noticed that there was, like, a little smooth pad which went under the roller that picked the paper up. And anyway, that pad had worn through. So all I did was I got a piece of sellotape and I put it over where the pad had worn through.
Shit.
And it worked perfectly.
I'm in awe. You've fixed a printer.
Yeah, like, parts manager was like, oh, we'll have to get a technician out. And I'm like, no, let me just have a look first. And I sort of worked out what he was doing. And I'm like, I wonder. Piece of sellotape, off it went again.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Nick is a wizard.
I didn't have to throw it across the parts department.
I'm in awe.
Bloody hell.
Crash. Oops, it's happened again.
Yeah, like even the most technical people I know don't touch printers, but you've done it. I'm amazed we got you here, the smartest man alive.
Oh, do you know what? The thing is...
Shouldn't you be hosting a Mensa podcast or something?
The thing is, if I had to be internet famous... so there are now two things I could be internet famous for. One of them is fixing a printer. The other one is fucking a dragon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
wanting
video was
to fuck a dragon. So, like, if I get famous for the internet, for the guy who fixes printers, then that's fine with me.
Fair enough. Okay, we should probably talk about some fics before we get too off on that one.
Fair enough. Let me pick up my secondary reading device.
Your secondary reading device?
Yes, my phone.
What's your primary reading device?
My computer.
Huh, okay.
I mean, we're talking to a shock from the guy who has, 2-3 screens on one desk.
It's not that weird.
Secondary reading device. Yes, it is.
It's not.
Most people just have one
No,
monitor.
2 screens is fairly normal.
No, it's not.
So
Really?
Really?
Grace, you would understand if you had 2 screens.
Yeah.
You can't go back to 1.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
See?
What the fuck?
I can't tell if Nick was being sarcastic there.
No, I'm absolutely not. Like,
Okay, thank you.
when I got to my current place, nobody used dual screens, and I've used dual screens for years now. And I sat down in front of my computer, and I tried using it, and it got to like 2 weeks down the line, and I said to my parts manager, I can't take it anymore.
I need another screen.
Am I okay to look in the back and see if I can cobble together another screen for my PC? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I went into the parts department, went upstairs where all the shit's dumped from the other departments, found a screen and an adapter, and now I have 2 screens.
Yeah.
And like this was when my parts supervisor lost his rag and punched his, right? Cracked it, went off with stress-related things, and when they came back, they were like, can he have your screen? And I'm like, no, I would rather die.
I need to.
Find him another one. Do you want my productivity to drop through the floor?
So we just got you a second.
Yeah, that's it. So,
Legend.
So basically, rather than take my screen, they went over to the showroom and found another one.
Has it caught on?
You sound like a fucking petulant child, but I like your
No.
child.
Nick is right. 2 screens is life.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you'd have 2 things that have the same thing on each screen.
No, you have 2 different things on the screens.
Yeah.
What?
You have like a spreadsheet on one and the internet on the other.
Yeah.
Usually.
That's usually what I do.
That's just 2 different computers, isn't
No,
it?
no.
Yeah, you can make it so it's like one large screen, so you can have 2 things on each one.
So if you just had very small windows on each, you'd technically not
But
need a
then
second
you've got
screen.
tiny windows.
Yeah.
I have good eyes.
Well, la-di-da. Okay.
I
Would you
don't.
rather
I'm
have to
Fucking blind.
It's better just to have 2 big ones.
It is.
Alright.
Yeah, if you can.
And that's why I'm talking about Hilda today. 2 big uns.
Hey!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But,
Oh, dear.
sorry. It's actually Grace up first. Grace, what have you been reading?
That's an excellent question. I've been so distracted by all the bullshit this today.
I swear, Grace, get 2 screens, you won't be able to go back.
Yep.
Well, I've got one screen that's a touch screen, and that's fine.
2 is better.
Silence.
That's why God gave us 2 eyes. to look at 2 separate monitors.
No, it's not.
I've actually got 3, to be fair.
I could do with 3.
Because it's a laptop plugged into 2 monitors, so I've got one little one for my emails, and I've got one for spreadsheets and one for the internet.
Yeah, I could do with 3. If the parts department lets me wall mount a screen,
good, man.
then I will have 3.
Oh, if we talk about wall mount, I've got 4, because there's one plugged into like a separate laptop. I use that to play YouTube videos, so it's not part of the work setup, technically.
So
Before our audience is bored
I'm
to
sorry.
death, I would like to introduce you to (almost) completely cliche by
Thank you for getting us
Sunflower
out of
Sailor.
being boring about our computers.
yeah,
Right, let me get this.
Alright, come on, nerds. Herd you up.
Grace, you're
You in
becoming a
line.
main nerd herder on this show. Like,
No,
not
I'm
last
not.
episode, you...
I'm getting my fic out of the way
Okay,
because it deserves respect.
fair.
it does, as do most fics. All fics.
I can't help but notice you told us this was a short one. It is 10,000 words.
Well, my summary of it is a short
Okay.
one because I don't want to spoil too much, but I will be spoiling
Okay.
it. So if you do not want to know how this ends, do not listen to the end, and I'll give you a little
Yeah,
bit
we'll
of
do
a
like
warning
a
once we get
spoiler
up to it.
skip. I'll put it in the show notes as well for what timestamp to go to.
Okay, because this, ladies and gentlemen, has a twist.
Okay.
And I was throughout trying to guess what the hell this twist is, and I got to it and went, oh fuck, okay, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna say Felix is a ghost.
Yeah.
You're not right.
Sylvain is a ghost.
Sylvain
No.
kills Dumbledore.
Sylvain kills Dumbledore.
No, fucking stop.
Felix is sent.
Hilda's a ghost.
Fucking
Felix
shut
loves
up.
Hilda, but then is sent
This-
to Turbo Hell.
Yes.
Oh my god. This is a Felix / Sylvain fic. And some of the tags are quite fantastic. And it's a coffee shop AU. Also, it says,
Yes, babes."
It's a coffee shop
Hey,
AU with a
we're back here.
twist. Winky
Ah.
face. Fluff and humour.
They only serve tea.
Originally,
There's your twist.
well, that's already crossed off the list before we start because he orders a coffee. So
Damn
sorry, mate, it's not that. I'm sorry. Summary: the flirty barista won't stop trying to get Felix's attention every time he comes into the coffee shop. Felix feels like his life is turning into a terrible
Oh,
fan fiction.
mood.
It's a simulation.
Except there's
It's
a-
a fanfic simulation.
Except there's a
That's the
shush. Except there's a twist to this fan fiction he would never see coming in a million
Okay.
years.
Intriguing.
Felix is in the Matrix. That's why
Oh, fucking hell.
it's like a coffee shop AU Matrix.
Stop it. It's not. I'm going to read a bit of verbatim
Okay.
because it sets the scene quite nicely. So, Felix is a very simple man, and it's quite humorous. Felix is a very simple man with simple needs. Not that he considers being simple an insult, though. His daily routine involves 4 things. Get a coffee, go to class, go to the gym, go home. It's straightforward, entails no unnecessary distractions, and it's helped him keep a rock-solid grip on reality for the 3 years he's been stuck in the punishment that is university.
Honestly, yeah, fair enough.
Mood.
I can see, yeah, this is what I thought Matrix shit from that, because the whole thing I have been trying to guess what the twist is, but like not skipping
Okay.
to the end. So so he's friends with Annette in this, and she's like, bro, get out more, make more friends, and Felix is like, I've got 2 friends, that's enough. So she's just like, no. Although, maybe he'd admitted one time that there was something he felt was missing. But it was in a moment of weakness when he had a little too much to drink and spent a little too much time reflecting or questioning what the point of higher education even was.
That's a mood.
I can't relate. So me and Nick are
Yeah,
laughing in money.
I never would. I mean, we're not, but
It's not that
I
big a
am.
money gap, to be honest. Like, I'm paying like the minimum of my
Alright.
student loan, and it's not much in the grand scheme of things.
which is fair enough. You should.
Okay, I'm laughing in
Education
debtless.
should be free.
Amen.
Yes. If it were free and I didn't have to pay it all back, I'd have gone.
You don't have to pay it all back in the UK.
They've bumped it up, so you might as well do.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's gone up a lot.
Oh.
The thought had been fleeting anyway, and he didn't want to dwell on it. Let's it actually evolve into something that he couldn't control. Bless him. So one day he groggily wanders into his usual coffee shop, gets a plain black coffee because of course he drinks.
Yeah, he's
matches
an
his
edgelord.
aesthetic. Fucking Felix.
I feel called out.
He's
That's
got a
how
name.
I drink coffee.
Felix is his name. Oh
Nick,
my
I'm sorry,
God.
you're not Felix. You don't have the man bun.
No, I'm literally not.
You grew out of
But
being
I
Phoenix.
don't drink coffee for
Felix
taste.
ages ago.
Okay. Nick lacks taste. You heard it here first.
I mean, we all knew that.
But okay, so well, it's a coffee shop AU, so like of course the coffees match the people, right?
Oh, that's true.
And then comes a, can I take a next in line? And the way to Chipper voice snaps him out of his thoughts, and he jerks his head towards the cashier. They lock eyes, and for some reason there's a deep ache that takes root in his chest.
Oh dear.
Right? Yeah, boy. Cue our sunny lad behind the counter making the coffee. It's Sylvain! Hey.
The happiest boy in the Blue Lions route, to be honest. Because it is a deeply depressing
God.
route. Everyone's emo. And then there's Sylvain, who is the ladies' man.
And then there's Sylvain. Oh, God's sake. Yeah, he's too fluffy for that route. I've seen, like, everyone else's bullshit, and I'm just like, oh, Sylvain, what are you doing? Oh, they need Sylvain. So Felix sees him, and instantly he's, like, thinking, wow, he's gorgeous, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just goes, do I know you from somewhere? And the cashier says, oh, hey there, what can I get you started for? No, I don't think we've ever met before. Besides, suddenly dropping his voice low, bordering on sultry, I definitely remember a cute face like yours. Haha, get in there, Sylvain.
Smooth.
So forward.
Oh, Sylvain.
Oh, this is restrained for Sylvain.
Ah, I see.
But dramatic smiles aside, Felix feels his face burn as he realises that the cashier has definitely just hit on him. I like there's
Wait.
like a little error code came up on him.
We've
and he
all been there,
rebooted.
to be fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I like this. And subsequently, he has just set in motion the terrible fan fiction scenario he was imagining moments prior. A coffee shop AU. If he remembers Bernadetta's ramblings correctly, this is what is close to becoming. See, what I find funny is that he's like, oh yeah, it's through Bernadetta, and it's like, I'm pretty sure this guy has just read some himself.
So,
Sorry, Felix, I'm not buying it. I know you read fan fiction.
Bernadette definitely writes fanfiction.
Is that your canon? Is that your personal canon?
No, like it may as well be canon to
No, is it?
the game. Like, she spends all day in her room being shy and not talking to anyone. She is absolutely a fic writer.
Oh, 100%.
Or she's wanking.
Or
Don't know.
she's
Don't trust the quiet
she's
ones.
plotting yaoi. That's all we know.
Oh, right.
But she's definitely plotting yaoi.
Yaoi is imminent. She writes on the last page. Oh god.
Yaoi imminent.
Either way, so this is where I was like, okay, this must be like a fourth wall fic or something. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the twist.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Felix continues to compare his life to like a stereotypical fan fiction in this fic because I think it's just because he's exposed to so much of it or something. So yeah, Felix has a small crisis as he's handed his receipt with Sylvain's phone number on it. Ring-a-ding-ding.
Riz.
But he doesn't text him. He's not going down that easily, but he's going to the coffee shop to get his coffee. That's it. And yeah, Felix's life gets more difficult each time he goes in because the other is always like a terrible pickup line ready for him that he says out loud to everyone. Like to him, but in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And like Felix is like dying inside every time. So yeah, it's been a week now. He still hasn't texted him. And Sylvain is like, maybe I should rewrite my number for you. And Felix responds with, how did you know my name? And the man, and he blinks. Because, oh sorry, fuck, I didn't mention that in my notes. But when he was given the coffee cup, He was like, a drink for Felix. He never actually gave his name to the cashier.
Oh.
He never gave his name.
I see.
And so he's just like, how do you know my name? And he blinks. And I was just thinking, oh, maybe it's a stalker. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, I saw it on your card, babe. I think he's just had it up to here with this bastard. And I was like, oh, fuck, fucking dick. What a dick. In the end, he relents, provided Sylvain stops embarrassing him in public, he's going to text him, right? So they got each other's numbers and shit now. Yeah?
Hey.
It has progressed.
Okay.
So awkward,
Mhm.
It's so sweet. So he knows he should be like a bit suspicious, and we'll go into this a bit later. But he gets over it enough, and it sort of gets swept under the carpet, the sort of thing. And there's like a small time skip, because if you really want to enjoy it properly, read the fic people, weird things start happening with Sylvain. So I am doing a big skip because there's like stuff in between, right?
So is this the point to say stop listening if you don't want spoilers?
No, I'm going to carry on with
Okay.
the weird shit Sylvain's doing, and then
Okay.
I'll leave it there, and so you can kind of wonder what's
Got you.
going on. So Felix is applying his fan fiction knowledge to the situation.
Is that how it works in real life?
I'm starting to think our boy just hasn't got much relationship experience outside of fan fiction at this point.
Oh no.
Oh,
Wait till he finds out Notting isn't real.
oh bless him. He thinks the relationship has like plateaued and the texts are less regular and the banter is becoming weird. So he's sort of thinking, oh yeah, a lot of things like this happen in fan fiction. There's going to be like a weird dip, and then it's going to get bad, and it's going to get good again. And he's sort of like expecting it, right? Just the other day,
Okay.
Felix had told him he was going to the gym. A regular, normal person response would have been, that sounds great, I'll talk to you later. Sylvain's response was to ask Felix if he'd ever consider taking a fencing class. Fencing?
Okay.
I mean,
Oh.
in game,
Odd.
Felix
Mhm.
is your.
He's the sword
your
man.
sword lad. He studied
Mhm.
the blade and nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like, okay, and he finds it strange. And you know, it's not they've never gone over it before, so it's a bit weird. But yeah, whatever. It never really crossed his mind. In the 21 years he'd been alive, he'd hazard a guess that not many others think about it either, much like Sylvain himself, considering he's never brought up sports in any capacity before. It was bizarre, but Sylvain wasn't exactly the most normal of people, so he chalked it up to just another old quirk. 2 days
Okay.
later, Sylvain decided to turn up the dial from bizarre to completely insane. Right?
Oh god.
Right? Because Sylvain's question was about whether Glenn, Felix's,
I think that's his brother.
I think that, yeah, it's his older brother, was deceased or not.
Ah,
Now, I'm at the stage where I don't know where this fic is going. Is it stalker shit?
I've got a theory.
Is Sylvain losing his mind? Like, is he okay? And then Felix goes into the shop, and it turns out Sylvain has changed his shift, so he won't see him anymore as a part of his routine.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, things are getting weird.
Yeah, things are getting weird, right? But Felix goes back on the old fanfiction logic. You'll like this. Felix is not some stereotypical character that just submits to whatever stupid tropes the author decides to put in.
That's wonderfully self-aware, that.
Mhm.
He's a real living being with real emotions and real decisional making skills. He doesn't need to follow some hackneyed? It is hackneyed.
Hackneyed.
Hackneyed plot riddled with enough angst to fill an ocean. Maybe there were other people out there who ate that shit up. Maybe there were others who would have loved to see him suffer, would have loved to see the slow burn and be as sad about his life as he could have been. But Felix Hugo Faldreus is never given others the time of day, and he's not about to start now.
Oh no.
Oh, it's so funny. I love Felix in this. Bless him.
It's
Okay.
fairly accurate to his attitude as well. He's
Isn't it?
very no nonsense.
But the fan fiction bit just makes it funnier. So,
Yeah.
so anyone got any sort of guesses where this might
I
go?
have guesses. Is it at this point we should say, if you don't want to hear about the twists, now is the time to skip ahead?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Do not
Cool.
listen any further. Read it yourself.
If you check the show notes, you'll see where we talk about the next fic. That's probably where you should go.
Yep.
Enjoy. I think Sylvain has memories from Fire Emblem. He's possibly travelled from the Fire Emblem dimension to find a Felix.
You think like
Maybe
parallel-
Felix died in the Fire Emblem dimension, and he's come here
Oh.
to find a new Felix
Oh, wow.
to bang. That's my theory.
Parallel dimension boyfriend.
Yeah.
Nick?
Okay. I think it's maybe like an Inigo Montoya situation.
You killed my father, prepared to die.
Yeah, he's like, I reckon that, Sylvain has spent ages trying to find this guy, and he's trying to get close enough to knife him in the back, maybe.
This is a romance, Nick.
Yeah, but,
I mean, yeah, I
it would be a
suppose.
twist.
It would be actually, yeah,
It would be a twist.
it would be a good twist.
Okay, backup theory. If I'm wrong, one of them's a werewolf.
Okay.
Okay.
When in doubt. Grace, tell us what's happened. Are we even slightly close?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say parallel universe is correct. I wouldn't say werewolves are correct.
It's
And
worth a try.
I wouldn't say, in
Inigo
the Princess
Montoya.
Bride is correct.
Mm-hmm.
either.
I mean, The Princess Bride is always correct if you're going to pick an option for films.
I mean, what
That's-
even is that trope of the you killed my father, Professor Duck, or just revenge? Point out.
Yeah.
Revenge.
I guess so.
So, I suppose it would be sort of more stalkery. I suppose it would be like if Felix lost his memories and Sylvain hadn't lost.
Oh, shit. I
Lost a
skimmed
grudge.
ahead. Fuck.
Oh, well, you know now.
Sorry. Carry on. I don't know all the details.
Okay.
Carry on, Grace.
So, feels weird to see you here and not ask for an order. It's an attempt to lighten the mood, and Felix isn't here for it. You've been hiding something from me. Sylvain's eyes widen briefly, then squint in tired confusion. Felix, I don't know what this is about. You knew my name before I even told you. I said I saw it on your card, remember? The card used that day still had my dead name on it. I got a new one the very next week, so it wasn't even his fucking name on the card. All these years later, you really are still the same. I was like, ooh!
Dun dun dun.
Oh.
Felix, yeah, Felix, I'm going to ask you something. Please know that I'm being completely serious when I ask you this. I'm not trying to make you upset or trick you, okay? Firstly, do the phrases Saint Serios and the Holy Kingdom of Fergus mean
Saint
any...
Saros is, yeah.
Seros and Fergus?
Saros. Kingdom of Fergus is where the blue lines are from.
Yeah.
Fergus.
Fergus.
Sorry. Mean anything... I can't... I'm sorry, I dampened the mood with that.
No, it's fine. I'm just
Mean
trying to
anything
find where
to
we
you.
are.
Felix starts to get a headache and something starts blurring at the edges of his memory. Right?
Ah, found it, yeah.
Felix, do you believe in reincarnation?
Aha!
Oh, shit, okay.
I was onto something.
It's a reincarnation fic. Oh shit, son. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
twist. That's the twist, bro. And I was like, oh fuck. Oh, I should have known. Should have known. I've been on this site so long. All the tropes and yeah, reincarnation completely got me.
Okay, I wasn't far off with the dimensions.
You are, because they didn't like hop across to a
yeah,
game
fair
into
enough.
real life. This is like in the history of the world, like sort of thing.
Got you.
Sylvain tells him about their past life and how they grew up together and fought side by side and promised to die together, only that Felix lost his life in an ambush while Sylvain lived on. Man, I was ripped up, I'm a bit not gonna lie. I was like, oh. And it all flashes before Felix's eyes. He finally remembers.
Oh, shit.
And, you know, we get a happy ending. Like, they go, oh, Sylvain, oh, Felix. It's like, and they're reunited again. And, like, There we go. Years of longing and reincarnation, and fate has brought them back together, and it all ends well. A lovely, surprisingly twisty fic with a happy ending. So I was quite pleased.
Good
I was
twist.
like,
Yeah,
fuck
that
it,
was
let's
a
bring
twist.
this to the table. Yeah, really good. I was really pleased with it.
Did not see any of that
Reincarnation.
coming.
No, not at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of good dialogue in this that I've skipped out because obviously I want people to read it for themselves, and it wouldn't be fair to the author to just read the whole thing out. Bit of a discredit. So, yes, absolutely. Very good.
I
Had me
approve.
going. Lots of red herrings.
Yeah. So in the actual game, they don't get married, needless to say. But there is a lot of talk about they're competing to see who isn't going to die first. I guess is the best way to phrase that.
I see.
Oh, I
It's
thought
kind
it
of
was-
It's like Achilles and Patroclus.
Yeah,
They've got that kind of dynamic.
it's like
In
Legolas
the end
and Gimli.
credits, it said that
Yeah.
they died to get on the same day.
Yeah, that's... I think that's in the game.
It is in the game. I read it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can believe it.
Hopefully they'll get to die on the same day in this this coffee shop AU instead.
Hopefully they don't die on the battlefield and instead live a fairly happy life.
Yeah, a long and happy life, and yeah,
Yeah, I enjoyed that. This is a good pick.
yeah, it was good fun.
Thank you, Sunflower Sailor, for putting this to text.
Did anyone have an inkling of reincarnation? Are you satisfied
I
with
was-
reincarnation being the answer?
Oh yeah, no, it's a good thing. My suspicions arose when Sylvain knew about fencing.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
From there, I was like, okay, it's pretty clear Sylvain has his memories, and Felix
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't. So what's going on? That's why I thought dimensions.
Yeah, that
So
was
reincarnation makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It was good fun. Definitely didn't see it coming. Yeah, I do like a good twist. It was the bit in. It had the same effect on me as the bit in Shawshank Redemption. You know, when the poster goes through.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler
Spoiler alert, by the way, for those who haven't seen the Shawshank Redemption.
Spoilers for Shawshank Redemption, which I've not actually seen. So.
Oh, it's good.
Technically spoilers for me, but it's not. It's one of those films I know enough about through osmosis that like you can't really spoil it for me.
Yeah,
Like The Sixth Sense.
As we know, Three Kingdoms and Shawshank Redemption, very similar fandom. Follow.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd have already watched it, Nick.
Fair enough.
To be fair, we keep spoiling the film Ghost, so it's as a recurring thing on our show.
Yeah, we
I feel
do.
like no one watches Ghost.
I've
Like,
still not
people.
seen Ghost.
I've not seen it. Everyone talks about it, and then
We
it's
should
like,
probably do a special episode where we sit down and watch Ghost. do like a review of the film, like a rewatch show, but for Ghost.
Yeah, I'd be
Everyone
up for
tells me that Patrick Swayze was a handsome man, and I don't actually
Yeah.
know what he looks like, and
Okay,
I
let's-
suspect he's not going to be handsome.
He's a fairly
In this.
handsome dude. Hold on.
He'll be like his era handsome.
Let's-
Or he will end up like
Okay. Let me.
Benedict Cumberbatch handsome, where he's not really all that. He just plays a
Just
smart ass.
that. Yeah, just different.
Let's find him
Yeah.
in. Let's find him in Ghost, just so you've got that in particular. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be attracted to him.
Let's have a look.
Give me a. You always do this. You're like, give me. Where is it, James? You haven't posted it yet, and
No,
You've
I
gotta-
didn't know if you were going to post it or not.
I'm going to. I said I was going
Okay.
to.
Well, I wasn't listening.
Okay, they're going in Hot Alien Smash or Pass. This is a picture of Patrick Swayze in the promotional shot of Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg and someone I don't know.
Who is must mention though? Patrick Swayze, not an alien.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just have that channel called that because it started out with the Mass Effect episode.
Is
As
he
a reminder-
the boy band member on the left, or is it the guy?
Patrick
at the top?
Swayze's the big guy.
Ah. Oh, hang on, that's a woman.
Yes.
I just know. I've seen so many pictures of BTS. The haircut. I go, oh, that's just a boy band member.
Oh no!
Maybe I do need my eyes
No.
tested.
Women just look like that in the 90s, Grace.
Oh, I'm such a
That's why it's
fucking idiot.
plausible
No.
that Jungkook is actually Princess Diana.
Oh, for
Shut
God's
up.
sake. Back to this.
No, he's
again.
an alright looking lad. No,
Yeah.
he's alright looking.
No, fairly attractive dude. Right, enough ghost tangents. Okay.
That was, something else.
So I have been reading Where is My Werewolf Lover by JajaLala.
Mm-hmm.
This is also an AU. There's kind of a twist, in a sense that there is a twist for the protagonist, but not for us.
Yeah, I see. Like, we will see it coming, I assume.
You will see it coming a mile away, because this Hilda is an unreliable narrator. She is, I think it's fair to say, the densest character in the room of any room she's in.
Okay.
Oh, bless her.
So, we really need to take back the word bimbo, because if Hilda was male, she'd be a himbo,
Yeah.
in the sense that she is very buff and very kind, but not very smart.
Right, I see.
But she's a female She's a female himbo, which is different from being the modern definition of bimbo. Do you
Yeah.
understand where I'm coming? Does that make any sense to anyone else?
Yeah, the bimbos have been sullied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a bimbo in the purest form,
Yes.
in the nicest form.
Yeah.
And I love Hilda. She's my favourite character.
It's like lovable idiot, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's ultimately a lovable idiot. In this fic, Hilda is on a quest to find and romance a werewolf.
Okay.
But why?
Because werewolves are hot.
Is that literally why?
Pretty much. There is more to her reasoning, but we'll get there.
How long did you say this fic was?
76,000 words.
Ooh.
That's why we're not doing this in one sitting. I'm just going to tell you about the bits I liked, and I'm going to encourage you all to read the rest.
Fair enough.
Our story begins. Chapter 1. Werewolves do be kind of sexy, though. This is her reading she's really into her werewolf erotica.
Okay.
And our first scene is her reading some werewolf erotica. Would you guys be up for doing this as a quick fanfics and chill? Just this paragraph, or these sets.
Yeah, I mean, we can do.
Cool. Nick, you're on narration. I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be Fabiano.
Fair enough.
There's something you should know, Christina Bell.
Fabiano confessed in a deep, sultry voice.
I'm not who you think I am. I'm a monster. Grace, would you like to be the romance protagonist?
Oh my god. Not to me.
I immediately countered.
You could never be a monster to me.
He shook his head.
You don't realize. It's not a metaphor. I'm a werewolf.
It's not a metaphor.
Yeah, it's not a metaphor. I'm a werewolf. I love this. Is so cheesy.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so on board. Do you want to do the rest? Or?
I can see the cover art. I will do the rest, but I can see the cover art of this book, okay?
I think I'm going to try and make the cover art to be our thumbnail. For
Yeah,
the
fair
episode.
enough. So,
I'll see what we can do.
first of all, the author name is bigger than the title. It's in big gold letters. I reckon the cover will be either a windswept moor or like an interesting stylized desert.
No, it's going to be black background and just a random object that's relevant. To
No, that's
plot.
the modern one. That is the modern one. I don't think it's a modern one. I think it's going to be
Oh, I don't know.
windswept moor, and in the foreground there's a woman in an old style dress, sort of looking
Like a
distantly at
Nike.
the horizon while.
Okay. Oh, you think it's old school painting style?
Yeah, that's it. Like
Like the
while
classic. Got
while
you.
the man in the big shirt is sort of like got his arms round her from behind, maybe sort of like kissing her
Wuthering
neck or
heights.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
I should add, this book is called The Beastly Gentleman.
100%.
Oh yeah. Well,
No,
yeah,
it
I'm
is.
on-
That we find the name later on.
Well, yeah,
I'm on Nick's side here. It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
It's. They're on the moors. Man's got a billowy shirt. Lady's got her generous bosom heaving out of her fucking tight.
Well, it's Hilda,
Georgian
so there's
dress.
going to be a generous bosom.
Man's got a tail. 'Cause he's away.
Fair enough.
100%. It is that kind of pot boiler.
Do you want to do the rest?
Yep, go on.
This is the only bit we ever get of The Beastly Gentleman, by the way.
Oh.
And that's a shame. I kind of want to read The Beastly Gentleman.
It is, 100%. So if anybody out there who has written The Beastly Gentleman, then please write in and we will do a Fanfics and Chill of it.
Yeah. Looking at you, JajaLala.
Yep. I gasped, not expecting that. He looked away ashamed, while I remembered all those moments that seemed strange at the time. Him disappearing every full moon, or on random nights, sniffing my hair, the strange way he growled when angry. Yet, despite knowing he turned into some sort of beast, I wasn't deterred. I took a step towards him.
Still not a monster. You're just my Fabiano.
He looked up, cerulean orbs wet.
You mean it?
With hope in his eyes, he leaned forward and...
And that's when Hilda's mum knocks on the door and yells, Hilda, you said you cleaned the bathroom an hour ago. I'll get to it, don't rush me. Okay, and that is what Hilda is like. She is a bratty teen, and she's really into her werewolves, and she hops on her Discord forum, and she starts talking about it with everyone, and she's like, do you think werewolves are real? And then someone posts a link about a werewolf sighting near her.
Fantastic.
And incidentally, being the dumbass I am, I clicked on that fake link in this fic. Despite the Daily Saros not being a real website. Yeah.
It does look convincing, so...
It does, doesn't it? I was tapping on it for ages, like, ooh, more. And no. So yeah, she... we get a bit of background. She actually went... This comes up later. She lived near Saros for a while. It's a small town, middle of nowhere in America. Her family took her out of school for a year to do lots of camping, and she learned how to use an axe during that time.
Oh, okay.
She also met a lovely dog called Dusty. That was her best friend in the woods. She tried to take them home, but they seemed too smart and wouldn't go home with her. Roughly Labrador-sized. Probably dead now because it's been 15 years, but who knows?
But maybe not.
I'm sure it's nothing. Yeah, she reads an article, werewolf sighting, at a local camp, like a summer camp that you can go to do camping skills. And what a coincidence, the camp is hiring. They need more female staff to look after the girls' camp.
I think this may be connected in some way.
So yeah, she notices they're hiring, and she's like, I'm going to shag a werewolf.
Go on, Hilda.
Go on, Hilda, yeah. So she applies for a job.
If only, job hunting was this exciting.
Oh, I know, right? Also, imagine showing up to a job interview, because they always ask that question of, why do you want the job? And you...
Why do you want to work at McDonald's? I heard you got a werewolf.
Yeah. I hear one of you is a sexy werewolf.
Turns to a guy over the grill wearing a hairnet all over his body, flipping pays.
I'm here to find out which of you is a werewolf so I can have sex with them. You're hired. You're in. So she gets the job. She is assigned to Golden Deer House.
Okay.
And which is the house Hilda is in the games.
So this is like a sort of camping AU, if you want.
It's a camping modern AU where they run a summer camp. Claude is in charge of Golden Deer House. There are kids, you don't need to worry about the kids. But they're all kind of instructors.
Okay.
She's roommates with Marianne. I've posted pictures in Smash or Pass again, so you've got a nice frame of reference for who all these people are, for those of you who've not...
Yeah.
Since you two haven't played it. The thing about Marianne, the reason they're so short-staffed on the women's side is Marianne sometimes leaves at night. She has to go visit her uncle's farm. And the head of the camp has told Claude not to ask about this. He assumes it's some kind of mental health thing where, whenever she gets too stressed, she has to just sort of go out at night to go visit her uncle's farm, where whenever she... once she gets over whatever it is she's doing, she can then come back. But that's why they're a bit short-staffed.
So this is one of those I'm sure it's nothing moments.
I'm sure it's nothing, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So she goes to... Turns out, they're going to be bunkmates, by the way. They're sharing a cabin together.
Okay.
They're roommates.
Marianne and Hilda are going to be
Oh
roommates
my
for a
God,
bit. They've got
they
bunk
were
beds and
roommates.
everything. Hilda meets Marianne. Marianne's kind of shocked to see her at first. She's like, oh, I didn't realize we were getting someone so soon. Let me find the line. There's a really adorable moment which mirrors one of the social links in the game where Hilda just drops all her books everywhere. Sorry, where Marianne drops all her books everywhere. Because Marianne's very clumsy. And it's kind of adorable. So she helps her with the books, and Marianne comments on Hilda's smell.
I see.
Because Marianne hasn't put any deodorant on. Sorry, Hilda hasn't put any deodorant on. And Marianne's like, oh, you smell. And Hilda's like, oh, sorry, I forgot to put deodorant on. I'm sorry, I smell like death. You don't smell like death. And
That's a perfectly normal
you know what I
thing for
mean.
humans to
Let's
say.
start filling the shelf in. Yep. If you read the tags, Marianne's the werewolf.
No, really?
It's
I didn't read the tags, but I did have an inkling.
Spoiler
Marianne's
alert, by the way.
Marianne has the same colour hair as the dog that Hilda met as well. You know who doesn't pick up on these clues?
Is it Hilda? Yeah.
It's Hilda. So, after this clear encounter, she's like, I need to find out who the werewolf is. Maybe it's Claude, because he's pretty.
She hopes it's Claude.
Yeah, it's more or less. Like, so, are you familiar with the term compulsory heterosexuality?
No,
Not
honestly.
that much,
Okay, it's one of the tags in this.
but I can
It's a genre of where a character doesn't realize they're gay.
Okay.
Okay.
And, yeah,
So it's
Hilda's doing her very best not to realize she's gay.
So it's the but I'm straight, so it's spaghetti until it gets wet.
No,
There's a lot of but I'm straight and her not quite clicking. If you guys click the chapter index, I can kind of show you what I mean. Because I think that's probably the best way to look at it. So, the chapter names in this fic are beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
So we start off with werewolves do be kind of sexy, though. Oh my god, stop fighting over me, guys. I know I'm cute. Girl talk. Being gay has nothing to do with me, no. Sorry, being gay has nothing to do with me, though. And then chapter 17, we get... Literally nobody could have seen this coming. Followed by chapter 8, search, am I gay or not test.
Fantastic.
And finally, True Love's Kiss at the very end.
Yeah.
So, you know roughly where this is going.
Yeah.
And it's all very cute. So the first kind of half of this fic is really just Hilda investigating all of the campers, trying to work out who is the werewolf.
So she can go dating
Romance
with
them.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
hit on it.
Weirdly, through her entire life, never really been attracted to men. Maybe they're just missing something special, like being a werewolf. Is kind of her... That's her mindset throughout this.
Oh, okay. So she's
They're hairy enough, you'd have thought.
she's discovering
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole fic is her kind of realizing that. But also completely missing the most obvious thing, that Marianne is the werewolf.
Oh my god.
So she meets, first up, after meeting Claude, the next day, she meets Lawrence, who you've seen has the ugly hair. Yeah, if you look at that photo, he's in the bottom right.
I mean,
It's a bad haircut.
it's like a bowl cut with extra steps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure is. In Hilda's mind, he is flirting with her.
But he's just being
He's-
nice.
He's talking about how, yes, it's nice to have someone else from the big city, because I'm also a posh man from the big city. And Hilda's going, hang on. Why is someone from the big city, who clearly is quite posh and neat, why are you in a country camp? Maybe it's because you're a werewolf. I'm on to you. And
Lord preserve me.
and whenever she flirts with Lawrence, Claude is getting jealous. And of course, Hilda has made the connection. Aha! Both of these men are attracted to me.
No, they're attracted to each other, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hilda is got herself in the middle of a gay couple, and so Claude is actually flirting with Hilda,
Yeah.
but it's to make Lawrence jealous, so that he will let them be like a public relationship.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
Because I'm guessing
Yeah.
that beforehand they've just been like sneaking around and.
They have,
Yeah.
yeah. Trying to think who else to tell you about. She's also a bit curious about Ignatz, the one with the green hair.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's sort of soft and effeminate. He teaches art at this campus.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why would he be out here? Maybe he's got a dark side. As in, werewolf.
Yeah. Soft boy turns hard during
Yeah,
full moon.
exactly. And then she sees Raphael, like the big guy. And she's like, "Oh, it's got to be him.
It's gotta be him, he's
clearly, wow." Like his section in this is werewolf was Raphael. It has to be. There's no way that man is human.
I mean, yeah.
Just this
He's
solid
just so
block
big.
of muscle.
Gotta be the werewolf.
Yeah.
She's also confused by Leonie, the redhead,
Okay.
because she has short hair and doesn't do makeup or anything like that. And
Tomboy must be werewolf.
yeah, she doesn't understand. Oh no, she does not think Leonie's the werewolf at all.
Oh, okay.
She's convinced it's only possible a man will be the werewolf.
She's such a dumbass.
I know, right?
But like in a really endearing way.
I'm just trying to find the thing she says. She just observed Leonie for a while, sweaty and messy with that embarrassingly masculine haircut that concerned Hilda. She supposed it was practical, considering how much Leonie was moving around and doing things. But she couldn't she just have normal hair and put it in a ponytail or something? Hilda had seen some short haircuts in her day, but this was decidedly unstyled and just kind of there rather than an asset like it should be on a girl.
So she doesn't accept that this is a stylistic choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the kind of haircut a girl in a romance novel would have.
Shut up.
She vows to address Leonie's appearance at some point, because Leonie seems nice, and it wouldn't do for her to be deprived of love just because she didn't have any cute makeup or accessories yet.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Does she get hit?
Hilda hasn't quite figured out Leonie's not into boys.
Oh, not even that. It's just like such a catty
Yeah,
fucking...
it's... In Hilda's defense, it's very internalized.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't... Actually, I'm just going to read you the notes from that chapter. Hilda, upon seeing a butch woman... That's crazy that she's not trying to be attractive to men. Like, there's a lot... Like, yeah, it's a lot of work to seduce men, but what else can you do? Lol, I wish I didn't have to be attractive to men, but there's literally no other options. Anyway, I don't know how Leonie's going to get a boyfriend at this rate. Also, Hilda, about every single man. Now, I'm not attracted to him, but if I imagine he's secretly a werewolf, then maybe I could be attracted to him. You see where this is going. Like, it's slowly...
Yeah.
She's,
Oh, for God's sake.
she's slowly cracking.
Yeah, she's going to end up with the epiphany.
She sure
Yeah,
does.
It's like, oh. Yeah.
Shit, women. There's one other chapter I'd like to talk to you guys about briefly.
Okay.
So I'm up to chapter 4. This is Trying Not to Die Before I Find My Werewolf. So they've spent the last couple of chapters trying to figure out what Hilda can teach at this school. So they're trying her out on a bunch of different things, and she's shit at all of them. Like, they try and get her to be the fishing person, but she can't bring herself to put a worm on a hook.
Yeah.
She tries to take the kids picking mushrooms. She picks so many mushrooms, and she did not read the guide. Half of them are poisonous. They just have to throw them all out.
Because of course.
Yeah.
Do they find anything for her to do?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
But the one that goes worst is swimming.
Okay.
And I'll describe how well Hilda does this in her own words.
Please tell me someone drowns.
Technically, Hilda knows how to swim. Well, she knew enough about swimming to justify hanging around in a bathing suit.
So she doesn't know how to swim.
She doesn't know how to swim. She knows enough that she can just show up, wear something skimpy, and impress boys. But that's it.
Right.
But there weren't any boys around to impress. She shows Marianne her bikini. Marianne just goes bright red. Maybe she's from like a modest community or something. I don't get it. Anyway. So she's there in her, how do they describe it? Skimpy two-piece covered in crisscrossing strings. Like we all know the type.
Yeah.
Marianne is also there as the lifeguard. Marianne is wearing a one-piece and then a jumper over the one-piece, so she's showing nothing.
Yeah.
So Hilda gets them all.
Yeah, she'd give away those 6 nipples. She's a dog.
So, the kids are all out swimming. One of the kids, Cynthia, starts crying. So Hilda swims over, like, why are you upset? Oh, I dropped my bracelet in the water. Hilda spots something pink in the water. Oh, it's pink? Yeah. Okay, I'll rescue the bracelet. Swims into the river, straight towards the current. Someone does start drowning, Grace. It's Hilda.
Oh, no.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But who's this coming to her rescue?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So Hilda's life is flashing before her eyes. She reaches out, and a strong grip grabs her and starts pulling her back in. It's Marianne. She's thrown off the jumper. She's dived in to rescue Hilda. She's helping her out. Marianne's like, be more cautious. If you drowned, I don't know what would have happened. And Hilda's like, oh yeah, you'd probably have to do a lot of paperwork, huh? Like, completely oblivious. And then Hilda goes...
She's not wrong.
Hilda then notices, why does it smell of wet dog?
Oh my...
And immediately Marianne goes, sorry, my hair follicles are weird. It's genetic.
Of course it is.
Hilda never questions this.
It's just like...
She's like, oh, right, yep, okay.
Okay, that's a perfectly normal human thing to say.
That your hair smells of wet dog and you've got a very sensitive sense of smell, and you disappear at night. It's all right there, and the dots are not being connected for her.
Right, unless someone at my work is a werewolf, I'm just saying.
Because they smell of wet dog.
Yeah.
When they get wet? It could just be they have a wet dog.
No, they just smell of dog.
Okay. Well, if they're in their swimming stuff and they smell of wet dog, it's kind of a sign it's them.
Yep, chances are werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
And it's right there. To make up for it, Hilda eventually makes her a hair accessory, because Marianne, her hair's always like covering her face.
Yeah.
She makes her like this accessory. Hilda does Marianne's hair for her. It's a very cute, very sweet scene. And yeah, it's very cute. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it, unless you guys want to hear about Hilda being oblivious a bit more.
It's very fun and fluffy, this. Yeah.
It does sound quite sweet, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you this one bit more. Eventually it's the full moon, and this is when Hilda realizes, you know what I can do? I've narrowed it down to 2 people, Lorenz and Claude, because it's obviously going to be one of those 2. If I just look into their camp at night time, and it's the full moon, one of them's not going to be there, right? And then that's who I know is the werewolf, right?
They're the couple, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So she... Oh, by the way, Marianne's telling her, do not go out at night tonight. And Hilda's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then she goes out at night.
Oh.
And she spies into Claude and Lorenz's cabin. One of them has to be a werewolf.
I'm guessing they're banging.
She peeks over at the top bunk. There's no one in the top bunk. Aha! One of them isn't here. Gotta be a werewolf. Looks in the bottom bunk. Ah, purple hair. It's Lawrence. And then another head pops up from at the other side. And she's like, oh. Oh no. And that's when she realizes.
Oh, fantastic.
That's when it hits her. Like, oh.
These guys are gay.
But, yeah, there's just a whole bit like, that doesn't make sense. They're always arguing over her. There's got to be a misunderstanding. Maybe one of them had a nightmare and wanted somewhere to sleep with the other one, like as comforts. Or maybe the top bunk is really uncomfortable, so they both share the bottom bunk. Wait, they have to be straight. They flirted with me. Had it all been acting? What's going on? And she wanders off into the woods and gets attacked by a monster.
Because of course.
By the way, there's monsters in this fic that aren't werewolves.
Oh, right.
Tune in to find out. Don't tune in to find more. Read more. This fic's great.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say this is on par with books I have paid money for. So, JajaLala, I honestly, as much as I encourage people to read this fic, if you took this offline, changed some words and published it, I think you'd go far.
Yeah, they did that with, was it The Love Hypothesis?
Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah.
It definitely happens, though. And
yeah,
it's something I would consider, because this is professional quality.
It also sounds like it's a lot of fun as well.
And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've skipped over a lot of details. There's a lot of funny scenes I want to talk to you guys about. My personal favourite is the wood chopping scene with Hilda. Mwah. Completely approve. I could tell you guys about that one if you want, or we could wrap it up here. As I said, it's on you guys to tell me to stop.
I mean, it's up to you. Do you think we've got enough footage for an episode here?
I mean, we do, but I can always talk longer. Ah, fuck it. Cool. I'm going to talk to you about the axe scene. Okay. So this is chapter 7, Spooky. So, they're doing a campfire. Raphael has broken his leg.
Okay.
That means he can't be chopping wood, and he's the buffest man there. None of the other lads know how to chop wood. Hilda's been chopping wood all her life.
Oh, so this is what she's good at.
Her time has come.
What, you want me to stop? Oh, her time has come. Cool.
Your time has come.
Sorry, I thought that was Gracious coming in like, no, time's up. You're done, James.
Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It
So-
tolls for me.
So, while Hilda, very good at chopping wood, she doesn't want to be butch in front of everyone. Like, she's a delicate flower, and she would rather one of the boys reveal that they have secret werewolf strength.
Is
So
she going
she-
to pretend to be bad at it?
She's essentially like, oh no, I can't do it. You're a rugged man, she says to like the twink with the green hair. But yeah, boys, you can do it. It's not hard. Just grab an axe and swing. You've definitely got the muscle for it. And so she eggs Claude into doing it. Claude takes the axe. He swings. It doesn't even cut through the stump they've got set up.
Yeah.
But he's being optimistic, like, yeah, I think I got it. He wasn't getting it. But sweat's glistening off his muscles. It's looking reasonably... Like, it's kind of an attractive scene. Hilda isn't noticing the sweat off the muscles. There's your first clue about Hilda's sexuality.
Okay.
But Lawrence is watching.
And he is.
He's simply staring with his mouth slightly parted in some sort of misguided awe. Like, this is what I'm not doing the writing justice by skimming through this. Like, the signs are all there,
Yeah.
but our narrator isn't noticing them. It's delightful.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot of fun.
So after Claude does it a bit, but he's like, oh, this is a tough one. He barely cuts through one log. Hilda's like, fine, I've got no choice, I'll do it. That's when Loren starts mansplaining, like, no, a lady shouldn't have to dirty her hands. Sit down, Hilda. I'll take care of it. And while Hilda is trying to be kind of girly, she takes issue with that.
Yeah.
And you know what? Rightly so.
Yeah, fair
'Cause
enough.
when Laurence takes up the axe, he's rubbish at it. And then Hill's like, yeah, very cool. Give me the axe. She's like, well, sure. I feel bad standing around while you guys work hard for our sakes. He's like, oh, such a noble heart. Well, if you insist, you can give it a few taps while Claude and I catch our breath.
I'm guessing she just fucking splits the first log in two.
Splits it in one. Just like, apparently whenever she got stressed or bratty, her mum would send her out to chop wood. So Hilda's really good at this.
Yeah.
So she just clean cuts through it, and Lawrence is like, "Oh no, I'm sure I weakened the log for you." It's, right, okay. Set me up another one. Slice through it. Does it again. She just keeps going. Then she takes her shirt off. She's wearing a sports bra. Starts cutting through it. From what I've been told, This is the standard porn for lesbians.
Yeah, it is.
Like, buff woman chopping wood in a sports bra. Marianne is bright red.
There's a really good Instagram going around of just a woman in plaid chopping wood, and she's got like, loads of followers.
I wonder why. So, Hilda throws her shirt off, glances over to say, oh, she realizes, oh no, it's going to get dirty if I chuck it in there. Marianne caught the shirt.
Oh.
And he's just stood there bright red.
Just holding it, breathing in.
But Hilda's like, oh, good, my shirt's safe. Perfect. Thinks
Brilliant.
nothing more of it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And, yeah, so Hilda keeps cutting. They've got enough wood at the end. And she's like, okay, we're going to stock this up. You coming with us, Marianne? Marianne's just gone. Her brain is out of here. It is gone for the day. Hilda's like, oh, you spacing out on me? No, I just... Arms. Hilda blinked at her. Arms? You have nice arms. Especially when swinging the axe. And Hilda's like, oh, thanks. I can give you some workout tips if you like. That's alright.
Oh, were you
Fucking hell.
were you not screaming throughout this fic, just kiss already?
I was.
Yeah.
And they do. And it's great. The notes for this chapter. Hilda going, Ignatz is gay? Can werewolves be gay? Marianne looking at Hilda's muscles. Yes. Yes, they can. So yeah, as I say, it's longer than we usually cover, but this is a very good fic, and
Yeah.
I encourage everyone to take a look.
I
Even
think-
if you're not into Hilda and Marianne.
I'm not, but like it sounds like the author's got like a really good, like cracking sense of humour. So
They
I might
really
give it-
do.
I might give it
Yeah.
a go, actually. Yeah.
Mhm. I'd recommend it. It will take a while, but it's worth a read. There is plot to this that I've not talked about.
Oh.
Like it's not just Hilda investigating who is a werewolf. There's also necromancy going on in the background,
The
and
fuck?
Oh.
Why
yeah.
didn't you say that earlier?
because there's so much good shit here that I didn't even need to touch on the
I
necromancy.
know you didn't need to, but like, for fuck's sake, James.
Fine. There's also necromancy and it's a plot to resurrect the villain from the Fire Emblem games. The Fire Emblem Three Houses specifically.
Oh, so
Alright.
there's like a secondary plot here.
Yeah, there's a secondary plot. There's mythology about the werewolves as well. But it's, yeah. Just go read it. It's
Yeah,
good.
interesting.
You'll have a great time.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you have no taste.
Fair play.
But yeah, Hilda's my favourite character. And yeah, as I say, it is a long fic. It's not until chapter 18 it really clicks for her that she's gay.
That's
Chapter
a hell of a lot.
18.
Hence, yeah, chapter 18 called Search Am I Gay or Not Test is the, yeah.
Right, and
That's when it
Google Quora or whatever tells her she is, and then she's like,
I don't think she actually goes on Quora, and I'm kind of sad that she doesn't.
Yeah.
no, what does
But she
do?
does realise it for herself. She's like, oh shit,
okay.
women. And yeah, it's a pretty good time. The only heterosexual is Raphael. He's the only member of this house that hasn't. Yeah.
There seems to be a theme here in these
Yeah.
fanfictions about Fire
In
Emblem.
fact, yeah, let's wrap to what have we learned today. Because I've learned there's no heterosexuals in Fire Emblem Three Houses, except Raphael, who is kind of ignorant to everything going on around him. But also, really good for AUs.
Yeah.
I think I found more AUs than I found fics within the Fire Emblem universe.
Yeah.
And I suspect the reason for that is the Fire Emblem universe is very sad. Like, no matter which route you pick, a lot of main characters are going to die. And that's not on.
Yeah, I'm sure I've said it in a previous episode, but a lot of the fanfic you find out there, it falls into two camps. It either enhances the universe it's about, or it fixes the universe it's about. Mm-hmm. And this is very much in the fix camp, I would say.
Yeah, this fandom is, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Hilda and Marianne can find happiness. When I played the games, I never knew who to ship Hilda with, I personally always ship Marianne with Raphael, because they have some quite cute scenes together.
Okay.
I'm willing to break that for the sake of Hilda Marianne.
Even though Marianne's not a werewolf.
She kind of is, though.
Oh.
Yeah. So, people get magic from crests that they're born with.
Yeah.
And Marianne's crest is the crest of the beast, and sometimes it goes rogue and turns you into a wolf.
Oh my
I see.
god.
Yeah, so that's where the werewolf thing comes from.
So
There's actually, yeah,
there is a canonical reason for this fic existing.
there's quite a lot of werewolf Marianne fics, incidentally. I should also add, I was always Team Edward, but this fic, yeah, I get the appeal of werewolves. Well done.
It's converted you to Team Jacob.
I wouldn't go that far. Like, no, not into Jacob, but
Out of bestiality and necrophilia, you chose bestiality.
no, I chose necrophilia.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but
Yeah, back in the
now? What about now?
Yeah, but now...
Oh yeah, now.
We've all had that phase.
okay.
But what about now?
If we gender flip them, I think I'm more Team Jacob.
Okay.
So that's another thing. I've mentioned before. I never got the appeal of Twilight, and then someone pointed me towards the gender flip version that was written.
Is that any good?
I've not read it yet,
Oh.
but I when I heard the premise, I was like, oh, I get it. Because it's just a clumsy boy who is thirsted after by a big titty vampire MILF, but is also lusted after by this hot werewolf lady who lives in the woods and has to choose between the two. And as soon as it was laid out for me, it just clicked in my head. It's like, oh, I get it now. That's kind of hot. Yeah, I'm in.
Oh my god.
Which is why I owe an apology to everyone I bashed when I was 15, being like, no, Twilight's stupid, I don't get it. No, I get it now.
So...
I was wrong.
Do you know, I'm quite surprised at that, because I honestly thought that the reason why you've sort of gone a bit soft on your stance on Twilight was because of nostalgia reasons.
Oh, well, it's a bit of that as well.
Like
but-
all those things you used to find irritating as fuck as a kid, but now you
Yeah.
know, now you've grown up, it's like, that reminds me of childhood.
It's kind of that, but also, as a clumsy nerd who wants a buff vampire lady to watch me while I sleep, I kind of get it.
It doesn't sound very wholesome when you put it like that.
Well, no, because Twilight's not very wholesome. Like,
Well, no, I
as
know
for Robert
it's not.
Pattinson, he read the script and was like, ugh. But yeah, funnily enough, this takes us into Halloween.
It does.
Let's
You're
wrap
right.
this up. Grace, if you had to pick a type of monster
What? To do what with?
To do what with?
to romance,
If I had to romance a monster...
yeah. Are you
I
vampires? Are
feel-
you werewolves? Are you mummies?
Oh, Jesus.
Are you zombies?
There's a lot of things out there, mate. I'm gonna have to go through
Yeah.
like a catalogue.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, I know exactly who you'd romance. Mothman.
No, because
Big titty
No?
moth GF.
because the fucking
But he's so
yeah,
fluffy.
but that fic about Zuko being a Mothman has put me off
Yeah.
forever.
Oh, that was
that
lovely.
put you. That was good.
No,
Yeah.
the fic was good, but it was an eldritch horror themed one where they talked about a mouth that didn't. It was just a tube that had a
right.
crevice, and even though Sokka did say what that mouth do though, it still didn't make me want to know.
I see. Okay, that's valid. Yeti.
No, because that means moving to
Big and
somewhere
fluffy?
cold.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. Fair.
Uh,
Okay. Nick, let's buy Grace some time.
Oh boy.
Monster GF. Dragon would be a cop-out answer because we did that one previously.
I was going to say, at the risk of leaning into this,
Oh, we're doubling down on dragons.
I mean, it would be like having a sugar mummy that could vanquish
yeah.
all your enemies.
Now that's the point. Yeah.
Shitload of treasure, breathes fire.
You know what? This is a compelling argument. As long as it's the kind of dragon that can turn into a human form. Is what I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know about you.
I mean, the thing is, the benefits are threefold. Loads of treasure.
Money, fire,
Loads of treasure.
big old titties.
Loads of treasure, breathes fire. You would be an absolute fucking legend anywhere you went.
But your butthole would be gaping.
The guy who laid the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran my sword through the dragon, and then I got out my other sword and cut the fucking Christmas dinner with it.
See, I'm surprised Grace hasn't gone with the obvious demon BF.
Oh,
Or Prince Sidon.
Fishman,
no, I'm not,
yeah.
oh, fuck it. I'm not going for fishmen. Stop it. Stop it.
Fine. We did promise no more Fishman jokes.
Yeah. I can see we've already found something to replace this with.
Nick banging a dragon.
Yeah, but he's already taking it on the chin like he's a legend, isn't he? He's not even banged a dragon, and he's fucking
See, that's the
bragging
trick,
about
Grace.
it.
You just gotta lean into it and own it. Be like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, but he didn't. He's a wannabe. He's a fake.
Well, if you'd leaned in on Sidon, maybe we wouldn't be making as much fun of it.
Well, I did for a bit, and it just got out of hand.
Okay, yeah, valid.
That's why it still remains, because I leaned in on it.
I guess maybe it's a gender thing, double standards.
Yeah, because for blokes it's like, yeah, I fucked this, I fucked that. For women it's like, I got fucked by, and it's like, oh, you got fucked over, and it's like, yeah.
Oh, I assumed you'd be pegging Sidon, to be honest.
Jesus Christ. Have you never heard of a power bottom?
I have.
All our time on this.
I think Nick learned that on episode 1, if I remember rightly.
I did. I learned what a power bottom was.
It's funny, in our earlier episodes, we are just like going through the Wikipedia and what all the words mean, and now we're just jaded. We're just like, yeah,
We've learned everything. We've learned a lot now. Though every now and again there is a surprise.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last surprise you had?
Oh god, there was definitely a kink we learned about that I've already forgotten about.
This is the thing with this podcast. It takes you to some really strange places.
Yeah. Sometimes it's safe as just immediately yeet that knowledge out of your brain.
Yeah, it's sometimes like sensory overload.
Mm. Oh, that's a point. No, have you seen Good Omens yet?
No.
Okay. There's something you mentioned earlier I wanted to tie back in, but it's fine.
I see. I will.
I won't linger on that in case you think about it and it spoils it. Listeners, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Fair enough.
Anyway, it's probably time we wrap this up.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's anything else you guys want to add about Fire Emblem.
No. I can't think.
Have I shown you guys the new protagonist for Fire Emblem? I've not played the new one
No,
yet.
but wait, hang on. Is this the person in...
It's the hair. Pepsi hair.
Pepsi hair.
The one who's in all red and blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Have they got a sponsorship deal or something?
Yeah, they do
let me
with the
show you.
Switch.
Oh yeah, it is the Switch colours too, isn't it?
Sponsored by
Let
Nintendo.
me show you. I'll put her in Smash or Pass.
There's a male version as well, isn't there?
There is. There we go.
Have they done anything better with his outfit than the last protagonist?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I'd say so.
Let's have a look in Smash or Pass.
Yeah, the female outfit's still the better one, but it's less of a obvious discrepancy compared to Three Houses.
Oh, they are just, yeah.
I could just be saying that because I think both outfits are bad this time round.
It's even the hair colour, even the heterochromia, it's, if that's the word for it, but like...
It is.
Yeah. Sponsored by Pepsi.
Yep.
Is that Pepsi Man and Pepsi Woman?
Pepsi Man. It could be.
Oh, good grief.
But yeah, it's a weird outfit, and that's the main thing that's put me off playing Fire Emblem Engage.
What, just because of the...
You have to see that hair all the time, because you're playing as them.
But would you not, like, slowly become...
Maybe?
used to it?
I'm not paying 50 quid to find out.
Yeah,
Mod it out.
It's on the Switch.
Ah.
This
Oh,
isn't
it's
the
hard
glorious
to
Bethesda games where I can mod everything out and bring in Hilda.
Yeah, that is someone in the department fucked up.
Yeah?
They're very bright. I think they need to tone down the saturation a little bit.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know what the plot is for it.
There's something about a chaos dragon, is all I know.
The duality of man.
Mm-hmm.
The in-game stuff looks a bit more toned down.
Okay. I'll give it a look.
Yeah, because then that second picture looked very bright.
Well, I'm currently playing through Starfield, so once that game has defeated me, I'll go on to more things. But I think that's all we have time for today. Yes, it is, looking at the timer. Join us next time when I don't know what we'll be doing next. We need to have a discussion about that.
Yep, we do.
But it is October, so it's possibly going to be something spooky. Let's find out.
When's the new Adams, Wednesday Adams coming out?
I don't know.
I know Loki's coming out.
I think they're only just starting to film now.
Hmm.
And again, the writer's strike is still on.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Though the acting strike is over.
Yeah,
So.
the actors got what they wanted. The writers are still...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So hopefully close, because one down, one to go.
Yeah.
Good luck, writers.
Yeah, fingers crossed for you.
And fuck AI. Oh, maybe we do Near, and it's the fuck AI episode.
Yeah, could
We
do.
celebrate fuck AI by talking about sexy robots. Okay, we'll brainstorm, we'll come back.
Yeah.
If you made it this far, thank you for listening. You can find us on Tumblr. You can find us on Instagram now. If you're enjoying what you're hearing and what you're doing and you want to talk to us, ask us questions, all of that stuff, join our Discord. It's £1. And yeah, have fun. Good night.
Good night.
See you in 2 weeks.
Good night.